Who gon' care for that ass in the morning? Who gon' come keep you warm when it's storming? That girl so bad she should come with a warning.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ro. Roche, that is. The Copper Gift. And I just want to tap in with y'all, man. It's now time for us as the chosen ones, quote unquote, to band together. It's that time. We grew up watching all these different cartoons that showed us that there would be a time where there would be a group of people that would come together and kind of save the earth from what's going on. And that's why we came down, the quote unquote 144, the chosen ones. We came down because right now the earth needs our help. It needs our help. Mother Earth needs our help because she's going through a transition right now. As we all know, she's transitioning up to the 5D. If you're on this wavelength, you already know we're transitioning up to the 5D. Faster and faster as the days go by. But what is happening right now is we know the earth is a living being. What they're doing is they're draining the earth of her life force, right? So Mother Earth is being drained of her life force. And what is her life force? And like I said, Mother Earth is a living being, just like you and I. So we are made in her image. We are made in God's image. We are nothing but a smaller microcosm of the earth, smaller expression of God, right? So the earth is a larger expression of God, right? So we're living on a larger expression of God. So that means it has a body, it has its systems, it has its pores, it has its neural pathways, it has its blood networks, its veins and things of that nature, and then it has blood. So what you're starting to see, or what is becoming more and more vivid, at least to me, just through my meditation and things of that nature, is they're draining the earth of her blood force. That way she cannot vibrate high fast enough, to give them more time to come up with a plan to slow down or stop us making it to the 5D. Now, I think ultimately we'll make it regardless, but I do think we need to step in and help. That is my true belief. We need to step in and help because what they're doing is they're draining the earth's blood. It sounds a little crazy, but they're literally draining her blood and making her weaker. So that way when she goes to, excuse me one second. All right, I need to get that, my bad, y'all. But when she goes to vibrate higher and go to another realm, and take it to the 5D, she might not be strong enough to build up the energy to make that ascension because they are zapping her of her energy by stealing her blood. The blood is the oil that they're constantly pulling out of the earth. Why do you think, if you go look at the fracking equipment, and I'll drop a couple examples in here. I made a video on this in the past, but I'm reiterating it now because we need to band together right now to stop them from pulling this oil up from the earth. I know it powers our vehicles and things of that nature right now, but it is killing the planet. We need to find more solutions. And us as the 144 and being divinely tapped in, continue to meditate. God will bless us with those ideas that will help us be able to travel without the use of her blood, right? And that's what we're using, is we're using the earth's blood to get around, right? And ironically enough, we didn't know we were participating in this, but this is how they've been keeping the earth's vibration low, is because they've been making her weak by constantly pulling at her blood. Just imagine if you were to go into the doctor every day and let them pull on your blood and take a pint every day, and who knows what the equivalent is to the earth, but they're pulling blood at every hour. They're pulling oil out of her body at every hour. That is her blood, right? That's why you see, like, just for instance, if they hit your vein, like you go into the doctor and they hit your vein and they hit it the wrong way, blood just starts spurting out. And you go watch those oil fields or those big oil rigs, and you see sometimes when they hit the vein the wrong way, they go down and puncture that vein the wrong way, oil just starts bursting out, and now it's an oil spill, right? All right, that's what's happening on the earth right now. And that's what can happen with us. If you go look at that fracking equipment, it looks just like the needles that they stick into your arm. Because why? As above, so below, as within, so without. We are all designed in the same. The earth has a body like we do. We just don't get to see her speak and talk and do these things and interact with us. But she has a body and she has a system. She is alive. And in order to be alive, you have to have something living running through you, which is the blood. You have to have a power source. So the blood, the blood of the earth, aka oil, is being used right now to power our vehicles. But that's not really why they made it to power vehicles. They just wanted to make profit off of it. It was kind of like a killing two birds with one stone. We can make a tremendous amount of profit and we can lower the vibration of the earth. So it was really a genius move employed by them because they're making unlimited profit, but they're also lowering the vibration of the earth, because if you're constantly pulling at her blood, you know what I mean, you're making her weaker and weaker and weaker. Now what we need to band together and do is stop this. We need to band together. It's time. It is time. The time for us to sit back and watch and hope and pray and wait for the earth to do it is over. We need to step up as the 144, as the chosen ones. We need to step up and take action, right? It won't take much to shut down these huge oil rigs and these companies who are stealing the earth's blood. Just imagine if you were sitting in the hospital watching your mom get blood drawn from her 24/7 and she's just getting weaker and weaker by the day, right? Now, earth is the most powerful thing we know of right now in this, you know what I mean? Just look at the abundance it provides for all of these living beings, not just us not just us in these bodies, these suits, these vessels, not just humans, so to speak, or gods, goddesses, and then human beings, but they also anyway, so let me get back to my point. So anyway, just imagine just sitting there watching your mom in the hospital, having her blood just pull day after day after day, and she's growing weaker and weaker. Are you going to sit back and watch? No, you're going to step into action. You're going to go run up to that doctor and say, hey, stop what the fuck you're doing right now. Whatever you're doing, it ain't working. It's making my mom weak. I'm getting her the fuck up out of here. And that's the approach we have to take, because Mother Earth needs us. They are making her weak on purpose, so that way when she does try to rev up and start that engine as we ascend into the 5D, she doesn't have enough energy to really make the mission. Just imagine you trying to rock across the desert, but you just got 50%, 60, 70% of your blood pulled off before you got to make this long 10-mile walk. Are you going to make it to the end? Or this long journey? Because it's a journey. It's a lot of energy expanded to go from dimension to dimension. Can you imagine? There's a lot of energy expanded. Just imagine how much energy you spent changing your perceptions. How much energy you spent and time you spent with yourself to change your perceptions and become who you're supposed to be and step into your godlyhood or your goddessness, right? How much energy did you spend to change that, to leave that 3D world in your mind and step into the 5D and understand that you're a spiritual being and you're here for a purpose? You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. So for the earth to do that, it's going to take a lot of energy. And if she doesn't have enough blood, enough life force, because that's what our blood is, it's our life force, our plasma, she doesn't have enough life force within her, she will not be able to complete the mission. So this is an urgent message. I need you guys to share this. We need to come together. It is time. It is now. We need to come together, right? It's time for us. I'm not saying it's imminent, like things are about to happen. No, not to fear you, but it is time not to leave you in fear monger. It is time for us as the 144 to come together, band together, start putting plans of actions together, not just talking on the internet anymore, right? And not saying we're going to go kill it. No, we're not doing that. What we will do is walk with power. We will walk with so much power when we go to these oil rigs, when we go to shut these things down. Those people won't know what to do. When you're walking with God and God is behind you, there's nothing that can touch you, right? And you know me, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. So I just know that when I walk into rooms, people can see God on me. They do not mess with me, right? People don't mess with me. They just don't. And that's what it is. So just imagine if it was a band of me's, a band of you's, a band of us walking or mobilizing together to get to where we need to get to and shut these things down. Because at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, it is time. Right now, we need to band together to stop them. They are trying to kill Mother Earth. And not necessarily kill her all the way, because if they kill her all the way, there's no more profit for them. So they're just trying to keep her weak enough. Why do you think we all know the Earth has different parallels, just like we do? But Earth has chakra systems, just like we do. Earth is a living being. So they know where to go and find the veins. Why do you think they know before they even, like, they'll come to your property and they'll know you got oil on your property, right? Before you even do. They'll know what's underneath your ground. Why? Because they know the vein network. The Earth has veins. What do you think the, what do they call it? The earthquakes, tectonic plates, and if they shift, and what do you think that is? Right? The Earth has veins, right? You can, they know how to tap into them. Like I said, beforehand, you would have already seen the fracking equipment. It looks exactly like the needles that are tapping into our veins. There is nothing new on this planet. As above, so below, so as within, so without. So they're doing the same thing to us as they're doing to the Earth. They're trying to keep the Earth weak, just like they're trying to keep us mentally, spiritually, and physically weak, right? They're trying to feed us bullshit food. They're trying to draw blood from us. They're trying to give us shots that change your DNA. They're trying to do all these different things, right? So don't feed into that bull. As the chosen one, just know it's time. I'm going to create a Telegram channel. I'm going to put the link down in the video. Whoever want to mob up, man, we need to share this, like this, comment. We need to go up. Chosen ones, it's time to activate. Fuck all that bullshit about powers. Yes, I mean, it's not bullshit. You will have powers, right? But right now, we need to mobilize. We need to activate and start doing things that is going to help the Earth vibrate higher. Because if we can stop them from pulling her blood, and then guess what? She has more life force. She has more energy, and she has more energy to shake these people off. You know what I'm saying? Shake these parasites that are stealing from her and that came here and stole from us, the originals, right? So we need to activate. You came back here for a reason. This is the reason. Pay attention. This is the reason. It ain't none of that other stuff. You came back here right now to help the Earth vibrate higher. This is how you do it on the physical plane, not just on the spiritual plane, by meditating and sending out positive energies and being positive within yourself. That's amazing, and I'm glad that you're doing that. But we need to help the Earth, because the Earth has done nothing but help us throughout our life. It has nourished us. It has allowed us to play on it and be happy. It has allowed us to explore her. You know what I mean? It has comforted us when we needed it. And you go into nature and you instantly feel amazing. That is Mother Earth. That's what she's done for us. What have we done for her? What have we done to help her? So let's make sure we're doing our part in shutting down these oil companies, because aside from the bad effects of oil and what it has on the environment and all of that, or if it does, you know, they be lying about all of this weather modification shit. So, but aside from that fact, it's actually causing damage to Mother Earth herself, because it's stealing her life force. That is her life force you're putting in your gas tank. That is her blood that you're putting in your gas tank. That is your blood, that is her blood that is powering some of these people's homes. You know what I mean? Who are still using gas to power their homes. That is Earth's blood, and that's why there's unlimited amounts of it, because what does blood do? It constantly, your body's constantly creating it. Why do you think they just keep coming up with oil and oil and oil and oil? They're lying. There's no limit, because she's gonna keep creating it. But the thing is, as she keeps creating it, they keep pulling it. So she never is able to get back up to a level to where she's powerful enough to where she'll be able to make that journey. So what we need to do is step in. We need to help. Mama needs some help. Step in. Chosen ones, activate. Man, and it ain't even got to be with me, man. Just start. You got some people in your life that's on the same wavelength. Get in the channels and be like, man, Get in the Telegram channels. I see a lot of people out here with Telegram communities. Get in the Telegram channels. It is time. It is time. It is time. We have got to help her elevate, because the quicker we help her elevate, the quicker we get to 5D, right? We got to help her elevate. And then we will be living in abundance. And you know what I mean? She will bless us for helping her. She will bless us and our people for helping her raise her vibration and helping her get to a higher level. So again, this is my message. Well, not my message, it's the message from God. I just came out of meditation, you know. So that's the message I received. I had to make this video. I was supposed to go work out right, you know, because I got a meeting at 10:30. So I was supposed to go work out and get in a quick workout before my meeting, but I had to drop this message. When it's given, you got to give it. So it's time. We need to help her. We need to come together. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got. All right. So let's create a Telegram channel. Let's start, you know, or WhatsApp. Let's start exchanging. Let's start making moves and making plans. No more or less, you know, talking about it. No more running scared. No more tuning into the fearful shit. It's time to be the warrior you came down here to be. You chose to be here. So you didn't come here to live in fear and go hide and run when things shook up. You didn't come here for that. You didn't come here for that. You came here to be a warrior. You came here to fight for Mother Earth. You came here to help the rest of the people who don't have a clue of what the fuck is going on. You came here to help them. So once we raise the vibration of the planet, their vibrations will have to raise, or they will have to go with the parasites. They want to live that parasite life still, that earth will split. Those cells will split, and they'll have that opportunity to go over here with that side. That'll be their job. But it can't split, and it won't split, because if the earth doesn't have enough energy to split, guess what it does? It just stays. It just stays right down here. It doesn't have enough energy to split. It doesn't have enough energy to rise to a higher vibration and split off. Right? So let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm gonna create the Telegram channel, and y'all tap in with me. Like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe. Chosen ones, it's time to activate. You know, it's time to do it. We got to do it. And if it's not for us, it's for the future generations, man. I'm proud of every single one of you guys. I want you to tap in with me. You can tap in with me on IG too at Reuxshai, at REAUXSHAI. Again, REAUXSHAI. And then, yeah, tap in with me on YouTube, subscribe, comment, share this one specifically. And then go back and watch some of my old shit too. But anyway, man, y'all have a good day. But yeah, tap in. It's time. We need to step up.